Have you ever wondered how we know so much about our ancient ancestors? How did stories, laws, and entire histories survive for thousands of years without computers, without books, even without writing? For a vast stretch of human existence, our most precious knowledge wasn't stored on a shelf. It was held in the fragile, yet powerful, vault of human memory. Before the written word became common, every story was a performance, every piece of history a song. This was the age of oral tradition. In communities across the globe, specially chosen individuals, bards, griots, elders became living libraries. Their minds were carefully trained from a young age to memorize vast amounts of information with perfect accuracy. Epic poems that would fill hundreds of pages today, detailed genealogies stretching back countless generations, and complex legal codes that governed entire societies were all passed down from mouth to ear. This wasn't just simple memorization. It was a sacred trust. A mistake could alter history. A forgotten line could change the meaning of a law. These oral historians used rhythm, rhyme, and melody as mnemonic devices, weaving knowledge into art that was not only easy to remember but also deeply moving and culturally significant. The telling of these stories was a communal event, a way to bind a tribe together, to reaffirm their identity, and to teach the next generation who they were and where they came from. But memory, as powerful as it is also incredibly fragile. It dies with the person who holds it. A single disaster, a plague, or a war could wipe out a culture's entire intellectual heritage in an instant. Humanity needed a more permanent solution. That solution began to emerge along the fertile banks of the Nile River in ancient Egypt. Here grew a humble reed called papyrus. The Egyptians discovered that by stripping the plant's stalk, laying the fibers in crisscrossing layers, pressing team and drying them in the sun, they could create a remarkable new surface, a flexible, portable, and durable canvas for writing. Papyrus was a revolution. For the first time, knowledge could be physically captured and transported. Thoughts could travel across deserts and seas. Scribes, a new and respected class of professionals, would sit cross-legged, dipping their reed pens into ink made from soot and water, carefully transcribing everything from royal decrees and religious texts to simple merchant inventories. Scrolls of papyrus, some stretching over 100 feet long, filled the great libraries of the ancient world, like the legendary Library of Alexandria. But papyrus had a weakness. It was susceptible to moisture and decay. In damper climates, it would quickly crumble. A more resilient alternative emerged in the city of Pergamon. In modern-day Turkey, this was parchment, made from the meticulously prepared skins of animals like sheep, goats, and calves. The process was laborious. The skins had to be cleaned, stretched on a frame, scraped to a uniform thickness, and treated with chalk. The result was a writing surface that was incredibly smooth, durable, and long-lasting. Unlike papyrus, you could write on both sides of parchment, and its sturdiness allowed it to be folded and sewn together, leading to a new format we still recognize today: the codex, the ancestor of the modern book. Parchment was more expensive, but its permanence made it the preferred medium for works of great importance. As the Roman Empire faded and Europe entered the Middle Ages, the centers of learning shifted. The great public libraries of the ancient world fell into disuse, their contents scattered or lost. During this turbulent period, a new kind of guardian emerged to protect the flickering flame of knowledge: the monk. Within the stone walls of monasteries across Europe, a quiet and profound work was taking place. In dedicated rooms called scriptoriums, monastic scribes dedicated their lives to the painstaking task of copying texts. This was more than just a job. It was a form of prayer, an act of devotion. A scribe would spend months, sometimes years, hunched over a single manuscript. With a quill pen in hand, often made from a goose feather, they would meticulously replicate each letter, each word, each sentence. The work was physically demanding. The scriptoriums were often cold and dimly lit to protect the precious manuscripts from sunlight. The silence was broken only by the scratching of quill on parchment. Yet through this quiet labor, the classics of Greece and Rome, the scriptures of the early church, and the scientific knowledge of the ancient world were saved from extinction. These weren't just simple copies. The monks elevated the book to an art form. They created breathtaking, illuminated manuscripts where the text was adorned with intricate illustrations, decorative borders, in capitals made of shimmering gold leaf. These books were treasures, objects of immense beauty and spiritual significance. Each one was a unique, handcrafted masterpiece, a testament to the belief that knowledge was sacred and deserved to be preserved in a form that reflected its value. A single illuminated Bible could take a team of scribes and artists years to complete and would be worth more than a farm. For 1,000 years, this was how our world's intellectual heritage was kept alive. It was slow, it was expensive, and it meant that books were a rare luxury, accessible only to a tiny elite of clergy and nobility. Knowledge was a treasure locked away in monasteries and royal courts. But a seismic shift was on the horizon. In the mid-15th century, in a workshop in Mainz, Germany, a goldsmith named Johannes Gutenberg was experimenting with a new idea. He combined existing technologies, screw press used for making wine, durable metal alloys, and oil-based inks to create a system of movable type. This was the printing press. Instead of copying a book one letter at a time, Gutenberg could now arrange individual metal letters to form a page, ink them, and press hundreds of identical copies. Once he finished that, he could simply rearrange the letters to create the next page. The change this brought was almost unimaginable. A book that once took a scribe a year to copy could now be reproduced 500 times in a matter of weeks. The cost of books plummeted. For the very first time in history, knowledge could be mass-produced. The printing press didn't just make more books. It changed the world. Ideas could now spread faster and farther than ever before. The Renaissance, the Reformation, the scientific revolution all were fueled by the newfound ability to share information widely and rapidly. The age of the scribe came to a close, but their legacy is immeasurable. From the first spoken stories whispered around a fire, to the papyrus scrolls of Egypt and the illuminated parchments of medieval monks, the journey of knowledge has been a long and perilous one. Each generation found its own way to grasp the wisdom of the past and carry it forward. The methods changed, from memory to manuscript, but the fundamental human desire to learn, to share, and to preserve our collective story has remained constant. The words you read, the ideas you study, exist today because of this unbroken chain of guardianship, a testament to the enduring power of the human quest for knowledge. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories from our past.